In December 2017, Nikki Haley, the US ambassador to the United Nations, claimed Iran was supporting Yemeni Houthi militias in their conflict with the Saudi Emirati coalition. As proof, she showed ballistic missile debris launched in Yemen targeting the Saudi capital Riyadh. It was of Iranian origin. Despite many claims that Iran would not back the Houthis because they represented a different strand of Islam to Iran's republic, here was clear evidence of Tehran's involvement. This is a prime misconception. Religion is not Tehran's prime motivator. Political ideology aligned to the Islamist relationship with the West is. Back in 2002, Hussein Badruddin al-Houthi paid tribute to Iran's Islamic Revolution, saying, "Today Yemen is following the same footsteps in fighting the Islamic Revolution," adding that all who opposed it would suffer economic and military consequences. Iran is a willing supporter of any group, force or insurgent militia prepared to spread its hegemony, principally within the Gulf region and Israel. The Houthi location and ability to target ballistic missiles at Saudi Arabia has guaranteed Iranian funding, together with military hardware and training. The roots of the Houthi movement date back to 1982, 3 years after Iran's Islamic Revolution. Then, in 1990, after the unification of North and South Yemen, there followed a new constitution, allowing political diversity with over 60 political parties. 3 parties, representing mostly North Yemeni Zaydi Shiites, unified to form Al-Haq. 2 years later, Mohammed Badr al-Din al-Houthi formed a splinter group named Al-Shabab al-Mu'amen, the Believing Youth, which rapidly gained support among Zaydi followers. Hussein Badr al-Din al-Houthi, Mohammed's brother, took a senior role in the new organisation, making it what it is today. Hussein was a staunch believer in Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini and Iran's Islamic Revolution. He considered Khomeini to be the saviour of the entire Muslim world. Hussein al-Houthi entered parliament in 1993. Then, after visiting Iran, he dedicated himself to the Al-Shabab al-Mu'amen. In 1997, he quit parliament. In 1998, problems in Al-Shabab al-Mu'amen. Hussein's ideas were declared too radical and not in accordance with the movement's objectives. Mohammed Azan, one of Al-Shabab al-Mu'amen's founders, said Hussein al-Houthi was making the movement less tolerant and more confrontational against other Islamic sects. Yemenis of diverse Islamism had always been able to coexist, from Sufis to the Sunni Shafis, along with minority groups like the Ismailis, Baha'is and even Jews. However, Zaydism was the only ideology in the mind of Hussein al-Houthi. In 2001, Hussein al-Houthi and his clique dissolved the Al-Shabab al-Mu'amen movement. Hussein began using his own books for teaching and conducting his own sermons. They were mere adoptions of Khomeini's. His teachings focused on the challenge to the Muslim world posed by the West and the belief that only descendants of the Prophet have the right to rule. Houthis believe they are part of the Islamic Revolution of Iran. Hussein's books Terrorism and Islam and The Danger of America in Yemen restate the same anti-Western doctrine espoused by Al-Qaeda. Hussein's aim was a Yemeni political ideology similar to Hezbollah in Lebanon or Al-Dawa in Iraq. He urged followers to confront their opponents. Verbal attacks soon became armed conflict. In 2004, Houthis fought with local tribes, instigating the Sada Wars. The movement became more pro-Iranian. Revolutionary slogans and Hezbollah flags were hung on the buildings, balconies and street signs. Hezbollah opened a branch in Sada. The religious schools switched to teaching military skills rather than religion. For the people of Sada, the signs of Iran were all over the province since early 2000, said Fard al-Sharifi. The flags of Hezbollah were on every corner, and Friday protests were just another Iranian protest, with their famous Khomeini slogan, "Death to America, death to Israel, curse on the Jews, and victory for Islam." Thus, Iran doesn't require the Houthis to follow Shia Twelver's doctrine for them to receive finance and military equipment. It is sufficient that they share Iran's ideology. The Houthis and Iran believe they are set to rid the Muslim world of Western imperialism. Khomeini's Islamic revolution will not be contained within borders. First, it will envelop the whole of the Middle East and then expand to conquer the West. The new region under Iran would unite over the ruins of the West.